But, Red, there's one thing you can't deny. And I know we've had this debate with some of our more economic-minded callers. I get the notion that a tariff is bad for the economy, that the consumer loses. I still pose this question, and I mean this in the most sincere way. Tell me somebody who loses bigger than Wall Street in a trade war. And I'm talking about proportionality here. Tell me somebody who loses bigger than Wall Street. There's a reason CNBC every single day has 3 or 4 articles saying Trump has lost his mind. I'm loosely paraphrasing there, but in essence, that's what they're arguing. You go to Bloomberg, you go to the Wall Street Journal, there's not a single voice in the financial markets or people commentating on the financial markets who say tariffs are a good idea. But here's my question. Give me another idea. We've trusted the establishment and elites to bring China. See, we were told 25 years ago when we welcomed China into the World Trade Organization. They weren't an official member, but we said, look, man, China's such a big economy, 2.8 trillion or somewhere thereabout, 1.3 billion people. I know it's a communist country, man, but they've embraced to some degree capitalism. We got to allow them to be a part of the world's and global's financial and trade structure. Okay, we did that. And for 25 years, we've known they cheat. There's not a nation on this planet that doesn't believe China cheats. And nobody has had the wherewithal, the guts, the courage to stand up and say, we're not going to turn the other cheek any longer. So we've trusted, these establishment figures to tell us, well, we need one more policy. We need another policy. We need oversight. We need management. We need, the World Trade Organization to write a nastier letter to China. China's not going to play by the rules, and we have been told, as the American consumer and the American manufacturing base and the American worker, we've been told for 25 years, we're about to get this straight. China cheats on trade. They have always cheated on trade. There is nothing we've been able to do to discourage China from cheating on trade. And then we get in a tizzy when Trump does something against China, retaliatory in nature, with tariffs. You can't do tariffs. Okay, give me what we should do. Tell me what to do as an American president if China won't negotiate in good faith. If China does cheat and every other country on the planet knows they cheat, what should we do? In this particular instance, and in a very micro way, I'm for the tariffs. I'm absolutely for anything that gets China to the table to effectively and honestly negotiate a better deal. We have deals in writings. We have policy. We have proclamations. We have documentation. We have the spoken word, and nothing has gotten China to play fair. And we've allowed it to happen. We've allowed it to happen. We've allowed it to happen. And now all of a sudden Trump says tariffs, and he's lost his mind. CNBC's in freak-out mode. The Wall Street Journal's in freak-out mode. Bloomberg's in freak-out mode. Well, you three collectively are set aside. Tell us what we need to do with China to get them to play by the rules. It's easy to say, well, that's a dumb idea. Well, how long are we going to let China do this? We've been doing it for 20. We're just going to continue in perpetuity? Okay, China, we wish you'd play by the rules, but we understand you probably never will. No, that's not Trump's style. Trump's not going to do that. He made a commitment to the American voter that he was going to look after their best interests, and it's not in the American workers' best interest when China cheats. It is absolutely in opposition to the American workers' best interest when China cheats. And China habitually cheats on trade. They're not people of their word when it comes to trade. And for the life of me, I don't understand how we are so flabbergasted at the mere mention of a tariff. I think it's something to begin the negotiations. I think Trump should implement tariffs. I think if China's not willing to sit down in good faith and admit that they cheat on trade, and it's a lot of ways they cheat on trade, and we get into these economic theory debates about tariffs are bad for the economy. Nobody's arguing tariffs are good for the economy. I've not heard anybody say tariffs are good for the American economy. Tariffs are good for the global economy. Tariffs are a means to get China to sit down and act like good actors act when you had trade deals. We have a trade deal with China. They don't honor their part of that trade deal. What are we to do? I mean, what else is there to do? This is not a matter of economic theory. I've said that before. This is a matter of convincing China we mean what we say. China needs us worse than we need China.